I know Muyiwa from Premier Gospel, that deep voice on the radio, but really a cool guy.
The Chronicles of a Lost Son, now found.
Yeah. I met Muyiwa at church. I think I was 13 or 14, and he invited me to his first live recording, Restoration.
I'd heard of him, and my co-presenter at the time was telling me that Muyiwa's this guy, that he's really cool, da, da, da. I'm like, okay, fine. And then he was having an event in London, so I traveled all the way from Oxford to London. I went to the event and I got to see this person because he was launching his album at the time. I think it was Declaring his name, I believe. And that was when I first met him, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the guy that everybody's talking about.
Meeting Muyiwa in person, I remember the first time I met him, I was surprised that he was so tall. And I was mind blown because I was like, your voice is deep and you're tall. This is an issue. But no, really, he was a really cool person, and he loves being a comedian. I love him for that.
When Jesus say yes, a song of promise, nobody can say no. You are in the midweek praise party with me, Muyiwa, here on TPI stage, Turning Point International.
His contribution has been absolutely outstanding because there is no better champion of UK gospel than Muyiwa.
I never forget watching American TV and seeing him on an American award show. And I thought that was literally a turning point, no pun intended.
After I attended that live recording, a couple of years later, I said to Muyiwa, who I call Babawa, I said to him, you know what, I think I would love to work with you. I'd love to work with you on the road. And I was learning my craft, and he was like, oh yeah, whatever. At least he confessed to that later on. But he allowed me, and we grew together. And you know what was key about being a part of that journey was to see how visionary he was.
Probably like one of the main African artists at the time. A lot of the other artists at the time were like, of Caribbean heritage, and Muyiwa really stood by himself in terms of like being an African artist, but yet in the UK. So he was able to like fusion a lot of his cultural heritage within his music and do the contemporary stuff as well.
So what was interesting about that was now to see how we now got we started doing loads of things that were firsts. So like the first sold out Christian or gospel artist in the O2 Indigo in 2010.
Dance, 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 dance.
He's a nutter. That's it. He's a nutter. Don't let that smile fool you and stuff like that. You ask him, oh, hi sir, how's your weekend? He said, none of your business.
Don't think he is as quiet as you think he is. There's a little bit of something about him.
So I think one of the most profound moments with me and Muyiwa, I'll never forget, again, it goes back to BBC Proms. The whole choir was loving Imela. We were singing the song, and then like the band came with this reprise, and like literally we would not stop it. It was meant to be a reprise. One time, one time. But we kept on singing it, and then I remember they had to just cut it because they're like, listen, I remember I was like, listen guys, we cannot have church at the proms. And we were looking at Muyiwa like, please, just one more time, just one more time.
Wow.
So one thing I want everybody to know about Muyiwa is he has a big heart.
In the midst of the hard exterior sometimes that you might come across, he's a very caring guy.
If you're ever to be graced within his presence or to ever work with him, just know that you have someone in your corner who's going to push you and who's going to champion you in front of others when even you can't do it yourself, he'll do it for you.
3 words that would sum up Muyiwa in my opinion: hardworking, consistent, and visionary.
So Muyiwa, my friend, congratulations on this Outstanding Contribution Award.
Congratulations to Muyiwa Olarewaju OBE on your Outstanding Contribution Award.
Congratulations, Muyiwa OBE, on your Outstanding Contribution Award.